and then it pounds right here, pounds right down, and you save all the energy. Here's the old way of doing it. And then instead of doing that, you can run it on these hammers here, see, and all the hard stuff is done then.
I'm Sean, you're watching Hacking Patina. This is my long-term neighbor that I've watched him build his wagons and his personal artwork for decades. He's just around the corner from me. We're gonna introduce you and he's gonna introduce us to his wagons that he's been building. He's gonna give us a little history, a little American history.
I'm Fred Lahr. I've been building this stuff for a lot of years. I'm used to be a maintenance manager for a Abex company that's down south of on the south city limits of Pueblo, and there we used to build track work for the Union Pacific and other companies on there. So,
and that's located over there by CF&I Steel Mill.
Right by CF&I, yeah.
Okay.
CF&I. We got a whole bunch of wagons here. I by the way, wagons at auctions, they're just a heap of junk. Probably the highest I paid was 15 bucks. Most of them are $5-10 or nobody wants them, and because the wood is all shot on there, so I put all new wood on, rebuild the wheels. In fact, even these are wood that comes from Green Bay, Wisconsin. We were up there, hauled some back for the house. And then the spokes are oak and hickory. This is a belly dump, the forerunner of what do you call it? Gravel hauling big trucks that are belly dumps.
The forerunner of the semi-truck belly dumps, right here. This is how early American did their belly dump, right here.
And this is used in mines and for hauling like copper mines, steel, copper out of copper mines, and steel, rock, and all kinds of stuff. Limestone for making cement and all that type of stuff. So this is actually where they load it in by hand, but they don't have to unload it by hand. They can just run the levers here and it dumps it. So here's all kinds of stuff on the side where they haul. This is for water.
Is this the cook's? Is this the cook's wagon?
This is the cook wagon.
The cook's wagon, the chuck wagon.
Yeah, it's called the chuck wagon. And again, I built the wheels, and this is all new wood here, even though it starts looking older. I kind of want it that way. I don't like it to have it look new. I like to have it go to a certain degree, and then I rework them a little, do a little painting and that type of stuff on it.
So you let our southern Colorado sun have its way.
Yeah. So here's all where they put the, like here's the flour bin, that type of thing, and all kinds of stuff in here. And even inside they got all kinds of where they got the pans and pots, pans, and all that stuff. Raise it up, and then it's used as a table too. And then just locked up there, and the way they can go. This is the North Dakota Flax Box.
North Dakota Flax Box, that's the seed.
That hauls grain, you know, similar to the wheat and that type of thing. And it's got for unloading it, they run it up a big incline, and then they can open this up, and then the flax comes out, or wheat, whatever they want to haul, and they don't have to shovel it out.
The forerunner to the modern end dumps.
This is also pulled by two wagons. We got the brakes here.
I imagine if they're full of wheat or full of cargo, you got two horses. The brake.
Here the brake shoe fell off on this one here. Here's what the brake shoe looks like on here. So this would go here. Yeah, weather kind of beats it up. So yeah.
And if you pull that lever, is it going to operate?
Yeah.
Go ahead, pull the lever. my fingers are clear. Very good.
Yeah.
Just like any disc, just like any drum brake, you got to adjust them every once in a while.
The reason they got brakes on there is when these wagons come down hills, horses get real afraid of the wagon running right into them and busting their legs. So
It's like our kids pushing the shopping carts, right? We don't like them behind. We want some brakes on those carts.
there's a medium duty freighter. It's actually called a freighter.
A freighter.
It's a medium duty, and the next one is a little bit lighter duty, and the last one is one where they go, husband and wife would go shopping and pick up seeds maybe for the planting, groceries and all that type of stuff.
This is the going to town husband and wife shopping car right here. This is the old version of the modern SUV right here. We go pick up our groceries, we get our clothing, we go to town, our going to town rig right here.
When the wind blows like it did here the last month or two, this thing rattles like crazy. Those guys saw them all. These are blacksmith hammers. It takes the place of a guy with an anvil and forge for forging metal. First it gets heated in the forge like over there, and then you just put your foot on there and it hammers. Now the anvil isn't here on this one. And then it pounds right here, pounds right down, and you save all the energy. This is one of my weather vanes, but this copper here was probably ran in the 1800s, because I bought a whole bunch of that stuff from a couple of outfits had it before refrigeration. It was where they would have big shelves of stuff all lined with this real light duty copper. And so before refrigeration, then they'd run water on that, and then it would preserve it for quite a few hours, that type of thing. So I bought a bunch of those on there, real cheap, $2.50. I got a whole bunch of that. So I made a lot of these roosters out of that. See the patina on there?
Yes.
On there.
Patina right there.
Yeah.
Fred's hacking patina.
Yeah. Pretty. It gets nicer every year. The one over here, that's also one of those that has the copper on top. This I have forged here a few times. I have some metal in here, and I forget to watch it for a half an hour, and it'll melt steel, dripping like a stick of butter on there.
Really?
And you got to go above probably 2,200 degrees to get that. It really goes. A little deal for blowing instead of the bellows, which is a heck of a job if you got bellows. Here, just on an electric deal, and it just runs air in under here, and that's what makes the hot deal. This will melt, like I say, 2,200 degrees to melt metal on there. And yeah. And here's the hammer. Here's the way of doing it. First it's heated and then bent, whatever you want to make it. And then instead of doing that, you can run it on these hammers here, see? And all the hard stuff is done then. That's why you don't have as much muscle as the old guys. Here's the anvil, similar to that, and then this thing goes up and down, and controlled by you like this with your foot. And you hold it in there and
got it. And it's
saves
ran.
you a lot of trouble.
Is it ran off of electric, or they ran off
120 volts?
120.
Regular 120 volts. Yeah.
I see the motor back there in the back.
Yeah. So this is my shop. I got complete machine shop here. Inch lathe here, and then over here is a 10-inch lathe, and welding stuff. And this is all weather vane type stuff here. A 40-inch big windmill, and put it down by the shop. Here's the inside deal, and this would go like this. It'll be out here like this, see? And that'll be 40-some inches from here over to there. I like to hear the groaning when the wind turns these things. It's kind of nice. Do all kinds of metal work. It's a real good mill. Probably one of the oldest names in the history.
I've got a 12-ton press.
Well,
what is this one?
This is 30 here.
This is a 30-ton press.
Yeah, I built this.
Tell me how you acquired some of this.
This is from cymbals, musical cymbals that go, for making music. They get half worn out, so then once in a while they come up for auction. Nobody wants them, so I pay $1 and you get a bunch of cymbals, that type of thing. Some of these are, this is brass. This is brass here. Here's copper, and this is brass, and they go together nice. Some of these are aluminum. These are aluminum here, on there, and some of these is actually the aluminum from all kinds of big pipe stuff that I cut and then pounded out, and then it's flat. Okay, here's a John Deere BO, and they're kind of rare. They're used in orchards, peach orchards a lot, and all kinds of orchards, because they're only 56 inches high, and so the brush runs right over them. And this is completely reworked on there. So nice tractor. It starts out. Here's a gallon tank for gasoline, and here's a 12. This is a 12 gallon tank for old, like fuel oil. Years ago, it wasn't even called fuel oil then. Any old trashy oil. Then it switches right over. You just turn a lever right here. Where the heck is it? Right here, on here. You turn the lever on here, and then you're on to right here. Then you're on to that old fuel oil deal. Gasoline used to be 11 cents a gallon when this stuff was designed and built back in the 1930s and 40s. And to save on there, the old oil was 7 cents a gallon. From 11 cents down to 7 cents. But then they ran, a lot of different brands used the same type of thing. Same carburetor, and like I say, this is just for starting and heating the engine up, and then you switch that over, and it burns old trashy oil. These wheels, I don't know what they're from. It's old auto. Go ahead and old automobile. I don't know what. Yeah, they're regular rubber tires.
You think this is the original?
These are Allstate. That would be Sears. The tires.
Sears tires.
And, here Allstate on this one. I don't know what this one is.
Allstate. It's all you got a pair. You got a set of Allstate tires here.
So I don't know. I'd like to know where they came from. So they're probably from I would say before 1920. Like Henry Ford on Fords basically started what, in 1902, huh? Yeah. I think by 1920 they were pretty much over in steel spokes already.
Thanks for watching this episode, guys. I appreciate it. We've got a little history lesson here today. I sure learned a little bit something. Hope you guys got something out of that as well. Look forward to seeing you guys next with the Willys projects and some of the other projects we got in the shop. We'll talk to you later.